Top 10 dangerous states in America in 2019 so far. When it comes to travel, one of the most important things to consider is safety. Most people would assume safety is something they only have to worry about when travelling to other countries where they don't speak the same language or are unfamiliar with the culture. And while that is true, there is also a risk of danger even closer to home. So, here's a look at some of the most dangerous cities in the US in 2019. 10. Anchorage, Alaska. Tourism is a big part of Alaska's economy, so it does get a lot of visitors throughout the year, but it also has a pretty high crime rate. This is mainly due to the fact that it's such a large state. It is the largest state, the third least populous, and the most sparsely populated state in all of America. This probably plays a big role in why Alaska's crime rate is so high, because the police are unable to get to the crime scene as quickly as they would in a more densely populated city. This also affects their ability to solve a lot of crimes. 9. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is no joke when it comes to violent crime. In fact, there's a reason why HBO chose Baltimore, Maryland as the set for American crime drama series The Wire. This show was supposed to depict a fictionalized version of the real crime issues in this city. So, what are the real crime issues in Baltimore? Well, for starters, this city has the third highest rate of violent crimes per 100,000 people. Baltimore was also listed in 2017 for having 342 homicides. That is pretty darn close to one every single day. On top of that, this city also held a poverty rate of 23.1% and an unemployment rate of 6.1% too. 8. Pueblo, Colorado. When we think of Colorado, we usually think of the Rocky Mountains and a ski vacation getaway. But that's not what Pueblo is known for. This city saw almost 49 violent crimes per 100,000 residents in 2017. What's impressive is that this city is actually the smallest city on the list, but yet it still ranks up pretty high. It only just clocks over 100,000 people. And while it may be smaller than some cities on this list, it ranks in the 8th spot for the worst property crime rate, with the majority of them being burglaries. 7. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Tennessee is a popular tourist destination because of Nashville, also known as Music City, another city which also lands on this list. In addition to Nashville, the lesser-known city of Chattanooga is another dangerous city to visit. It has the same kind of feel as Memphis and Nashville, but just not as touristy, and for good reason. In 2017, there were 31 homicides. In most American cities, the number of crime goes down each year, but for Chattanooga, the number of homicides in 2017 was at a record high. Local police said the major thing that did go down in 2017 was gang violence. In 2016, there were 132 shooting incidents, most of which were a result of a bloody gang war. While gang violence in the city is on the decline, the violent crime rate is on the rise. 6. Oakland, California. Despite the high crime rates in this city, it's actually become a desirable place to live, and that's because it's so much cheaper than San Francisco. Even though Oakland's property prices are cheaper, there may be a price for your safety. San Francisco ranks over 30 spots higher on the list of safe cities over Oakland. Now, it's not all doom and gloom for this city. To be fair, their crime rates have actually been improving for the past few years. And it wasn't that long ago that Oakland was known for having high rates of homicides, rapes and aggravated assaults. Oakland has the 10th highest violent crime rank in the country and the 15th highest property crime rate. In 2017, the violent crime rate was at 1,299 per 100,000 residents and 69 homicides. The city had an unemployment rate of 4.2% and a poverty rate of over 20%. 5. Albuquerque, New Mexico. For those who are surprised to see Albuquerque on this list, it's more due to property crimes than violent crimes. But don't be fooled by that. This is still one of the most dangerous cities in America. In 2016, Albuquerque had one of the worst crime rates in the country, with 1,112 reported incidents of rape, assault, homicide and robbery per 1,000 residents. Unfortunately, 2017 didn't fare much better for this city. In fact, the rates rose by a whopping 23%. 4. Springfield, Missouri. As the first Springfield in America, this city made history. and it's making history once again, but this time as one of the most dangerous cities in the US. Take a look at the FBI data from 2017 and you'll find that Springfield had 40.3 violent crimes per 10,000 residents, and this number is on the rise. The homicide rate nearly doubled between 2016 and 2017, with there being 14 homicides in 2017 alone. On top of that, a poverty rate of 25.9% and an unemployment rate of 3.2%. Yet another reason to be wary of travelling to this city in 2019. Sadly, this city has the highest rate of reported incidents of rape in the whole country, with an average of 209 per 100,000 residents. 3. Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock's crime rate isn't so little. This city is the capital of Arkansas and the largest city in the state. Not only did it have the highest crime rate in the state, but it also had one of the highest in the whole country. Little Rock had 87.4 violent crimes per 10,000 residents, and there were 55 homicides in this city in 2017. As well as this, a poverty rate of 18.5% and an unemployment rate of 3.3%. All this means it ranks in the top 10 in the country for both property and violent crimes per capita. 2. Memphis, Tennessee. Violence and crime probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about Memphis, Tennessee. It's more commonly known for its blues on Beale Street, being the home of Elvis and of course the site of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. But according to crime data from 2017, it's currently one of the most dangerous cities in America, with one of the highest crime rates in the country. In fact, it is listed as the highest in America, with 653,000 violent crimes and 181 homicides committed in this city in 2017, which gives residents about a 1 in 50 chance of being a victim. 1. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis is typically known for its range of barbecue restaurants and blues music, but it's also got another trick up its sleeve, one that probably isn't advertised as much to tourists. It lands in the number 1 spot on several different lists as being the most dangerous city in America. St. Louis, Missouri had 91.5 violent crimes per 10,000 people in 2017. There were 205 homicides reported in St. Louis that same year, which isn't actually the highest number for a US city in 2017, but once adjusted to its population, it ends up being the highest murder rate in the country.